Utah done enough to try to help home buyers navigate a pricey housing market? One Republican lawmaker says no.
Yeah, he has an idea that he believes is going to help out here, but he's running into some opposition. News Specialist Daniel Woodruff now with the story.
It's become a tale as old as time, at least in Utah. Housing is expensive. It costs over $500,000 right now for the typical home. The Utah legislature has passed a number of housing bills in the last few years. The governor and others have celebrated them, but Representative Ray Ward doesn't think those bills are making any meaningful difference.
They certainly have not brought down the average cost of housing so far.
So the Republican lawmaker is pushing an idea, taking away some of the power of cities and towns to say no.
We know that smaller homes cost less than larger homes. We know that smaller lots cost less than larger lots.
He wants to require cities in urban areas to allow new homes on any lot size. He also wants to make it easier to build accessory dwelling units inside a home or on the property.
I think that just destroys my subdivision.
That part doesn't sit well with Representative Jim Dunnigan.
I just do not want my neighbor to build another home in his front yard or right next to my backyard when that's not what I bought when I moved in there.
This proposal is also likely to run into opposition from the Utah League of Cities and Towns.
Generally speaking, we oppose legislation that preempts the authority of local governments to plan and zone their communities.
Executive Director Cameron Deal also says it's unfair to say that past housing legislation hasn't worked.
We've passed a lot in the last few years, and we're just now starting to see the fruits of those labors.
Deal says cities are willing to build housing.
There are a lot of housing units that are planned for right now but are not being built. In many cases, the reason they're not getting built is because of how expensive it is to build the infrastructure.
Representative Ward says he'll work on this proposal and introduce it next session. He knows it's a heavy lift, but thinks it's worth doing something big.
The problem has gotten worse, not better.
Daniel Woodruff, KSL 5 News.